It was a record turnout. More than 130 million Americans voted, and Barack Obama won the popular vote by a comfortable margin.
In 2008, Barack Obama led the Democratic Party to a sweeping electoral victory, securing the widest popular vote margin by anybody since the 1980s. Yet, just 16 short years later,
this morning, Donald Trump has secured a second presidential term.
What happened? How did the Democratic Party go from a strong, diverse electoral coalition with over 52% of the popular vote to losing in a landslide? Well, it all starts with a 47-year-old new president-elect.
CBS projects that Senator Barack Obama of Illinois will be the next president of the United States.
Barack Obama won in 2008 by bringing together several demographic groups in huge numbers, which became known as the Obama Coalition. I pulled 6 sources from the years after the 2008 election discussing this Obama coalition, and this is who they mentioned. Racial minorities, of which Obama received 95% of the African American vote and over 2/3 of the Hispanic vote. They included younger voters, as Obama received 66% of the under 30 vote. Most mentioned women, of whom 55% voted for Obama. Several included lower income or working class voters, as 60% of those from households making less than $50,000 voted for Obama. Lastly, some sources included voters with postgraduate education. While there isn't as much data on them, polling says that around 60% of those with postgraduate education identified as Democrats. This is the Obama coalition from 2008. African Americans, Hispanics, young voters, women, the working class, and the highly educated. Today, Obama is long gone, and support for Democrats has collapsed in most of these groups. We're going to go demographic by demographic to figure out what happened to the Obama coalition. Let's start with African Americans. Kamala Harris received just 86% of the African American vote, the worst performance by a Democrat since at least the 1990s. This has been a gradual process, as black voters have been slowly leaving the Democratic Party. There seems to be 2 main reasons. The first is economic, with some trusting Republicans more to run the economy, especially business owners. The second is more social, with young African American men placing less importance on being black as a part of their identity, as well as finding aspects of Donald Trump's rhetoric appealing. Some combination of those 2, along with other factors, has led to Democrats losing 10% of the African American vote. This has especially hurt Democrats in key swing states like Georgia and Michigan. 2/3 of Hispanic voters went for Obama in 2008, and he actually saw an uptick to 71% in the 2012 election. Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden also did quite well with Hispanics. That all collapsed because of one issue: illegal immigration.
In the past few years, Hispanics have voted more conservatively, especially on the topic of immigration, noting about 30% have resentment towards other immigrants.
Some feel that those undocumented immigrants, and especially more recent arrivals, make them look bad.
Against many analysts' better judgment, Latino voters showed up for Donald Trump in 2024 due to his promises for a stronger border and deporting illegal immigrants. This factor led to Democrats performing worse in the Southwest, particularly New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, and Texas. Kamala Harris received just over half of the Hispanic vote nationwide. Younger voters turned out for Obama in huge numbers for what his campaign promised: hope and change. Yet as that change failed to manifest, younger voters turned away. The perceived economic incompetence of the Democratic Party soured many millennial and Gen Z voters. On top of that, Trump figured out the secret to the young male Gen Z vote: podcasts.
Might help other people. If it helps one other person, it's worth the conversation. I took a terrible trade deal, would make it a good trade deal.
By going on podcasts with people like Joe Rogan or appearing with streamers like Aiden Ross, Trump got to speak directly to young men in a language they understood. And it worked like a charm. Kamala Harris received just 54% of the under 30 vote in total and lost the Gen Z male vote to Donald Trump. Lower income and working class voters have gradually turned away from the Democrats since 2012 as well. Gone is the era of the Occupy Wall Street movement. Voters from households that make less than $50,000 finally flipped in 2024, with the majority of them voting for Donald Trump. Nobody has been more concerned about this than Bernie Sanders.
So to our establishment friends, in the Democratic Party. No, we will not maintain the status quo.
Working class voters have generally been somewhat socially conservative, so Trump's protectionist rhetoric for bringing back jobs, opposing NAFTA, and deporting illegal immigrants allowed him to draw in these voters. Kamala Harris even lost ground with women voters, though not nearly as much as some other demographics. Democratic support from women continues to fluctuate around 55%, but was lowest in the 2 elections where the nominees were women. I think this pretty clearly shows that nominating a woman doesn't guarantee votes from women. Really, the main issue that has helped Democrats maintain their slight advantage in the women vote has been abortion, which ranked just 13th in issues that are extremely or very important according to Gallup polling data last year. The only original Obama coalition demographic which the Democrats are trending upward in was those with a postgraduate education. Not only is this a small minority of voters, but it may be hurting the Democrats' image by making the party seem elitist or even out of touch. Here's a graph showing all this data. You can see the trend lines do not look good for Democrats, for a variety of reasons, from economic issues to illegal immigration to rhetoric changes. The once strong Obama coalition has completely collapsed. Will Democrats be able to build a new coalition for 2028, and what will that coalition look like? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Okay, bye.